What, the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Put that coffee down.
I'm a British nanny, and I'm dangerous.
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning.
That was totally wicked!
It's the Al Travis Show, and one of our newest guests is Alysen Nesse. We love having her on. And we're going to get to know her a little bit better because we don't have to just talk work today. It's Merry Christmas to you, Alysen.
Merry Christmas to you too, Al.
Let me ask you this. Is this your jam? Are you like a Christmas gal, or is there other holidays you'd much rather be a part of?
I love Christmas. It is my jam. I wish I had more time, leading up to it to do cookies and wrap presents, but I love Christmas.
Very cool. Very cool. Is there anything in particular? Let's bust this down. Favorite Christmas tradition? Do you have something the family's done for like ever?
We go to midnight candlelight service, and that is actually my favorite thing. Yes.
Oh, wow. That is twice today that's come up. Earlier this morning, somebody did. And it reminded me of being 8 or 9 years old going to our, and back then kids were tougher because I remember midnight mass was like at midnight. We went at midnight for the candlelight service. And I remember being dog tired, but I remember waiting for my first year that Dad would let me hold a candle.
That's a big thing. Yep.
Oh, it was. And then one day I start remembering, it puts this tear in my eye. I just remember that Christmas like nobody's Christmas. That one there, the songs were great. I'm holding the candle. And then I think you're too young for this. You probably never had this. That was before they had like the clear plastic cup that you could put it in. So literally you could torch your hand. And that's how old I am. So I remember the nervousness of when the wax was pouring and what you're going to do.
Yep.
Oh, those were the good times. Thanks for bringing that back up. I just remember. Okay. So that's very cool. Anything else? You go to church, is there a food item, anything like that, a movie you have to watch?
My aunt and my mom and I love White Christmas. All the men in our family groan, but we love it. Also, It's a Wonderful Life are kind of our two go-tos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On the air live, I'll do this because they're great. They're sponsors of ours, right? The Chanhassen. Would you and your mom and aunt want to go to see that at the White Christmas at the Chanhassen on us?
I appreciate it so much, but you should give it to someone else. My mom is a longtime Chanhassen actress.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's okay. Well, then you probably can get in. I won't. I have a couple of tickets I want to give them out for Christmas if you go. Fair enough.
We love them, but we do have a hookup, so give them to someone else.
That's fair enough. Boy, Merry Christmas. You just gave them to somebody else. I just... You brought up White Christmas. Okay. So you like those. I love that. Is there a Christmas cartoon movie show that you like?
My mom has loved the Rudolph, like the original little Rudolph, since she was a kid. So it's her favorite thing. She does the cute little voice herself.
I love it.
So I just love it, obviously.
Oh, that's great. I want you to try Prep and Landing. It's new. CBS did it like 5 years ago. I want you to watch Prep and Landing. It's a cartoon. It's all about how Santa Claus can go to every house in one night. And it's because there's this army of little elves that 2 at a time go and prep the house. So Santa's got it easy. And it's hilarious. It's got worker issues. One guy getting passed up for a job. Some sexual tension with elves that want to date. It's got everything in a cartoon. And I love it. So Prep and Landing. Put that on your list.
I will.
All right. And you're driving, you're on your way. You're going to Christmas?
On my way. I'm on my way. Yep.
And how big will this be? Is this like gigantic?
Very small. Absolutely
okay.
not. Nope. I don't I'm an only child. I don't have cousins. So, and unfortunately our family is shrinking with time. So
Thanks. All right, that's fair enough. I appreciate you talking your Christmas with us. Where are you on the lottery? No, they might be sponsors of yours. If I talk about anything, you get the lottery could be. It's $1.7 billion. Will you be winging by a Quick Trip, just giving it a shot?
I am. We did it. We talked about it last week, and I had never bought a ticket yet. I still haven't, but I'm going to today. Okay,
at some point this is going to go away. And are you on a long drive?
A very long drive. Yeah.
Okay, then you need to get it early, wing in, get a pop of coffee or whatever, and get your ticket. Because this is what I find with a lottery. As much as, a ticket's $2, it'd be the best $2 you ever spent. In that you will drive, and I want you to think about this. $749 million is your take home.
Okay.
with what they're okay. Now you got to pay some taxes on that. Got to get their share. So you're somewhere around $500 million.
Yep.
Now, Alysen, start thinking where you're going to spend it, how you're going to get rid of it. I think that is the most fascinating hours worth of drive.
I certainly would pay off my student loans.
And then you'd have about $100,000 left.
I was just about to say that's just about enough.
That is fantastic. But that to me, and I have since the lottery started, I don't gamble at all. I really am not a gambler whatsoever. But I always like it when it got to $100 million and I put my dollar in back in the day, I'm how old I am, is to spend that time thinking, boy, if you could do this for these people and this, I just think it's the best. You will get to your designation thinking you're the greatest person ever because of the millions you will have helped. And your drive will go by like Chris really fast. I just throw it out there.
Excellent. Good.
All right, give that a
Need
shot.
it.
All right, we got to talk some work stuff. It is Christmas, but we got to talk about it. We'll be back after this with Alysen Nesse on the Al Travis Show.
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
It's nice to know a guy that knows a guy. Al Travis.
Love knowing Alysen Nesse, as we probably end up on the different sides of the coin a lot of times, but love to hear her thoughts on a couple things going on currently. The U.S. Attorney General Thompson comes out. Quick read. The president comes out, for whatever reason, figures out there's $1 billion in fraud in the state of Minnesota, or will be, and he puts a spotlight on us, and then the world comes crashing down at us after that. We get the paper coming out saying, well, we don't think it's $1 billion. And then, they go back and forth, which is weird to me. Then the U.S. attorney comes out, Thompson. He goes, I think half of the $18 billion has been fraud. And then the reporter's like, you mean $9 billion? And he's like, yeah, it's math. Do it. But anyway, they go back and forth on that. And now the governor's out arguing, this is what you're in the marketing, if you will, the politics of this. If he's arguing that it's not $9 billion, isn't that a losing argument? Let's just say it's 8. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this seems like the strangest thing we're arguing about is how severely was your heart attack? You know, I don't know. To me, it was pretty severe. Your thoughts on that? Is the Democrats losing the argument if they're arguing the number?
If we're arguing the number, yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, it's egregious at any dollar amount. I'm sorry. Fraud is stealing, and it is stealing our money. And
so this was what kills me about politics today, and that's why I like you so much, by the way, Alysen, is that we come from different sides, but we 100% agree. This may not make $1 billion.
Yep.
Okay, it's 800 million. Whatever it is. I'm still really mad, and you just called it what it is, theft.
It's theft.
Why is there this chasm between the two sides? Is Orange Man so bad that we can't get along about this?
Well, I think because it's so the language that they use going after an entire community, after certain people, when it's frankly, it's been a lot of people that have been fraudulent, stealing money, and just so you take it from 0 to 100, and then people get defensive. So the Democrats are defensive, but they're not defense. But it doesn't.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. Wrong.
Yeah, if you're stealing, you're wrong. I got that 100%.
Yeah.
Do you know, and would your side agree with me, that I don't know if there's legal culpability from an employee standpoint from the state of Minnesota, those that did or did not know something? I can't imagine. I just use the autism thing. I don't know who it is. But Bob, the autism guy who got his boss the $3 million the first year, and your mic went on mute, just so you know, that he goes and gets $3 million his first year, and within 4 years, it's at $400 million. That Bob had to know, and Bob's boss, whoever he is, says, "Good God, Bob, you're doing a great job. I don't know how you're handling all this money." And then there's somewhere you get to a commissioner who says, "How do you get?" You know what I'm saying? Is there any culpability in that? And I don't know the answer to that.
There absolutely is, and I want to point out too, because not all fraud.
Wait, is that a dog in the back of your head? Is that a dog in the car?
That is a dog. That's Birdie.
Birdie, what a cute dog. Hi, Birdie. Oh, I'm sorry. She peeked right over your shoulder. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Culpability. My bad. Bad host.
Culpability. No, there absolutely is. And where the fraud's taking place is in Medicaid billing. It's not in grants that organizations get. I want to be very clear. I represent a lot of human services nonprofits, like Catholic Charities, organizations that have been around for 100 years doing human services work, taking care of the people. And I can tell you, they're not committing fraud because they're running deficits every year because they're charities. And nobody is more upset about this than, frankly, the people that I work with who are doing incredibly hard work serving vulnerable people every day. So I am very upset, if you can't tell.
Oh, I can, and I love that, but that's back to how we're not all on the same side on this. And okay, so you see dog poo in the yard. We might have two different ways of cleaning it up, but I think we both want it cleaned up, right? Yeah. So I'm glad you said that. Again, it sounds like you're going after people, and I'm not. Al's two-step program to cleaning this up. If you haven't been working for us since, you thought Catholic Charity, so since Jesus, that's just sarcastic, sorry. Let's say the last 5 years, right? If you don't have 5 years of working relationship with us, we are putting a pause on until we take a gander at you. The fact you started 10 months ago, we don't, I think that's an easy way. Now, some people say you're hating us because more of us got in. But at some point, we got to find a common sense way of going about this, right?
I agree. I think you should have to have a track record. I think if you're a for-profit entity, 26 for-profit businesses registered to the same address, to do a service. That's unacceptable.
And it seems like we don't have Excel spreadsheets at the state capitol. That when we start sending checks, I was like, wow, look at that. All these at the same, it just seems illogical to me.
It is.
But here's the other thing, and maybe this will hurt some of your clients. I don't mean to do this. And I'm using autism again. Evidently, there was enough money to help an autistic kid that you could not only help the kid, but you'd have enough money to pay the parents to bring him over to your, little kickback action. And I'm like, is it that I don't know what the cost to help an autistic kid is. I don't, but do we have enough cushion money in that to make it where we can even, it's just, there's obviously too much in it.
I mean, it's mind-boggling to me that would be the case, because knowing like people who serve as caretakers for their kids, like they're not getting rich, and in fact, it's really a hardship. So I don't get how it works.
Yeah, I mean, I get Quick Trip having the banana be their loss leader, where they maybe lose a couple of bucks to get you into the store to buy gas, and you get bananas at a great price. But how does that work in helping the poor folks in our community, the autistic? How there can't be enough money to lose money to make it on the volume.
Yeah, no, I am incredibly curious to see how this works out, because I know that these billing rates are not. People are not getting rich, and frankly, that's the problem. Is like they're usually so low that you have to have it be a charity, because you have to have the donations. Yeah.
But then that again, because you and I are on the same boat on this. This is what's killing me about this. Why our sides? Because then there should have been another warning sign. I believe I read in the housing stability program. There's 3,000 more people saying they have beds than we have people we think need them.
Exactly.
Well, name another business that says there's so much profit in it that we can overexpand it. Like the hotels in Blue Earth. There aren't 3,000 extra hotel rooms in Blue Earth in case you need them. That's not how business works. So, again, why is it not a red flag to somebody?
I think there were lots of red flags in housing stabilization. I think it's actually there were a lot of red flags.
Okay, but back to my point, culpability. Here's my point. Yeah. I think if we just get the bad guys, those that took the money, I get it, and you put them in jail. And you get 18 months for $3 million. And then you do the math whether you want to do it again or not. I get it. But I think if we don't hold someone accountable on our side, the Minnesota side of that equation, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't happen again. That nothing happened to me. I didn't pay a lot of attention, but I'm going to retire at 55 anyway. I hate to be that way, but it's like your kid. You tell him you can't have a cookie, he gets a cookie, and you say, hey, that wasn't wrong, so he grabbed a second cookie. He's going to keep getting cookies until you say no, until you make it no.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you're agreeing with me. You're a Republican at heart.
I am not. I believe, here's my thing with Democrats. We believe in a strong social safety net. Nothing should make us more upset than this, because this erodes trust and it erodes, legitimacy. And what's the point of our political philosophy if you can't trust the government?
See, God, you are so much fun. Because I at the same thing on the other side for my conservativeness, right? Oh, we don't want to help others and this and that. I disagree. I'm a Ronald Reagan fiscal conservative, social liberal. I want to help those that can't help themselves. I'm all for it. You told me you have autism's a problem. Great. Here's $3 million. Let's go figure out how to do it. But once it starts getting wasted, and the poor kids, every parent with an autistic kid, every parent that has somebody that needed help with the housing, all these programs that are screwed. Those people should be grabbing pitchforks and standing at the Capitol saying, stop it. And that's from my side. And I'm just because I want to help those that need it, but I can't just have it walk out the door. That's just too crazy.
I agree.
God, this has been fun. You are outstanding. I love your dog. Are you a one dog person or is another one back there somewhere?
Just Birdie.
And she travels well. She's just sitting there watching.
Very well. She's a very good, very good girl. Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 8.5.
Oh, right there, midlife. And what kind of dog?
She's a red lab.
She is so beautiful. Thank you. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate coming and doing this show. And between you and I, at some point we'll get together, have a cocktail, and we'll solve the world's problems, and we'll just put it to the rest of them, and they'll all agree with us, because I think you've got something going on. I really do.
I look forward to it. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you and your family. Alysen Nesse on the Al Travis Show.
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your